What's up, Knights of X, and welcome to the first round of 5v5 Grand Arena for the new season in October. And I was really missing GAC, guys. That week felt like forever. I know Conquest and TB keeps you busy, but I love Grand Arena, guys. So we are here, and we had a pretty rough 3v3 season. So I'm really trying to make a comeback with 5v5, and it doesn't look like our first round is going to be very easy. So our opponent for today is Tantima Garnick. And I apologize if I am not saying it correctly, but they are representing the guild Millennium Frontier. And no joke of a roster, guys, bigger than mine. 13.1 million GP. They have great mothers, they have the new characters. Gonna be getting Bane on, looks like, first release, so they're definitely doing well there. Datacrons, guys, they got a ton, especially the newer set. It's very impressive, guys. This is not a joke of a first round, and with the Kyber squish, we're in danger if we lose that we might be dropped to Kyber 2, and that's crazy. I've never been this low before. So we have to play really, really good today and try to keep ourselves in Kyber 1. Looking at the defense, guys, it is very tough. Very, very tough. Looking at the bottom, guys, we got Great Mothers with Morgan, Elsbeth, Omicron, and they have the level 9, so gotta use our Kylo counter there. We got Gungans. We have a new Imperial Remnant team with Enoch with the Enoch level 9 Datacron. And then we have a weird Ray lineup with the Visas level 9 with Resistance Hero Finn, so possibly not using Zori, trying to make a very strong team there, but we'll have to play around and see what works with that. And then on the top, guys, we have Lord Vader with no Maul, Queen Amidala with Kiadi Mundi, and Jedi Knight Guardian. That's pretty interesting. Jabba with a support cron, and then we have Saw with Luthen, Kyle, Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and Cara Dune. So very, very strong teams, guys. Need to bring our A game, be very precise with the counters, try some new things and see if they work well, but also try to get those one-shots. And before we get into the attack phase, guys, just a reminder, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000, and we are slowly getting there, but I appreciate everyone that supports the channel, and it would really do me a solid if you would just hit that sub button. So I appreciate it, guys. And with that, let's get the 5v5 season started. Alright, guys, so let's start out this Grand Arena against the strongest team in the game, and that is Great Mothers, and they have the Omicron and Morgan Elsbeth. So, no joke, guys, we gotta do some serious cheesing going on, but the Datacron we are working against is the buffs on a special for the dark side, the Wordy Night Sister 6, and obviously the insanely overpowered level 9. Lots of defense, high protection, and health. Luckily, no offense, but still, that doesn't mean anything. We are going with the Kylo cheese, guys, and I'm bringing in a full team. I have tested with a 2-man, and for some reason it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't want to risk it for this Grand Arena, so we're going to be bringing in a full lineup just in case. The Datacron we are working with is a Dark Side special ability gaining turn meter, just to get a little bit more, just in case some turns. And we have the Wordy Attacker level 6, which is what makes this possible. Crit damage, physical damage, high protection, and high defense. I'm hoping that they don't take a turn. I hope we generate enough turn meter and get those crits, but let's try it out for the first time in Grand Arena, guys. So from what I've been testing is you always want to start out with a stun to get some siphon. Then we want to get some siphon here. And we are going to stun. We're going to hit ult right away. Now this is where it can get a little iffy. Now I haven't done a lot of testing with Acolyte and Spirit, but we're going to just keep spamming AoEs, and I'm hoping they don't take a lot of turns. So you want to do an AoE on the first one so you get enough ultimate charge, and then you do the ult, and then you should not be in danger of ever getting targeted. You're gonna, every time you get out of ult, you should be at full. Just my preliminary testing. Sometimes I've had it where Spirit will take a turn and get rid of crew. You do not want Great Mothers to take a turn. Oop, I should have targeted Elsbeth there, but that is okay. So this is looking pretty good so far. Actually, really good. Guys, this might be a full banner win. I almost jinxed it. We'll do this. I don't know how the protection removal. Guys, look at that. Full banners against Great Mothers, and that's exactly how I wanted it to go. I'm happy I brought in some of the other characters just in case. Looks like First Order Officer helped us get a little bit of another turn. But this is possible with the 2-man, guys. It is very possible, but great start to the Grand Arena, and we just got the strongest team over with, so very good. Alright guys, next up, I'm actually really excited to try this. It should go pretty well, but this is the first time I'm using Shin in Grand Arena, and since I don't have crew as a tank for this team, I want to see how Shin does on offense with underlined force users without it using a tank. It could be a little risky. I know this is not the optimal Rey lineup, but still, Rey's a very strong Galactic Legend, and they have a really good team. They have the Visas level 9, but luckily with Malgus, we prevent revives. But anyway, the Kron they are running is a healer Kron. They have the light side debuff damage on a 3, high crit damage, some protection, and some defense. But the Visas Mar should be completely nullified because of our Malgus. So we have this unaligned force user team. We're not running a tank, we're using Shin. I do want to find a way to use her. She looks really cool, and I just love the character. We have the light side debuff damage, that works really well for Cal. Wardy attacker 6, some crit damage, protection, some special damage. And I just want my crew, want my Malgus, and hopefully Shin to do some damage here. We're taking quite a bit of turns, so here... let's try this. Get some rocks. That should do some damage here. Good, she's in a movie. Can't target her crew yet. Another damage immunity, that's nice. I do want to target Ben. That's nice. We want Rey to take a turn. Okay, you're good there. He should take another turn. Unfortunately, Rey's gonna live. Let's go target here, maybe. Oh, very nice. So now we just need Ben to take a turn. Check that turn order. He's hitting kind of hard. Alright, unfortunately, Rey's gonna... Actually? Guys, we are good. The banners look a little bit iffy, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get... Unfortunately, the banners are not going to be too crazy here. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, 62 banners. It's still a win against Rey. We got to use Shin, which is really cool. We didn't have a tank. We had to use crew for the other counter, so happy with that win, guys. Didn't have to use a GL, and let's move on to the next team. Alright guys, so next up, we're going to try the new Imperial Remnant team with Enoch. And the Kron they are running is the new set. They have the buffs on a special, which is great. They have the crit avoidance, level 6 with the crit chance. They got the Enoch 9, lots of resistance pen. Don't know if they deal special damage, I gotta double check, but some crit avoidance, so they're gonna be hard to crit. Potency and tenacity. I'm going with the Sith Empire, guys. I believe this worked well for me in 3v3. Hopefully it works well in 5v5. Running a tank Kron with a tank revive. High health, some physical damage, and some protection. And I'm hoping that this goes well. I forget if Stormtrooper has a pre-taunt. He does not. So let's just go get rid of him. Yep. It's literally perfect. Death Trooper. That's why the grid is amazing, guys. It just gives Malgus so much health in the game. So helpful. We're not going to do that because they're feared. I want to keep that fear on there. Now we can do it. We're going to do this so we can stagger. Get through all this decay. We got to figure out. I want to do that, so there's a steel turn of steel banners. He's got an AoE. A lot of decay. fine, I think. Right, let's put some fear here. Get a big hit. Perfect. This might take a minute with all the decay. Gotta say, it's hard to understand the kits, but with Conquest and all the feats, you kind of get a feeling for how it works. So I guess that's the one benefit of having to do all these crazy cheese feats. Alright guys, this looks like a full banner win. Right? Oh, I forgot he gets the K2. The animations are kind of, it sounds kind of cool. Alright guys, that's a 65 banner win. So 2 perfect battles so far. 62. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the end, but Sith Empire looks to be a great counter against Enoch. There's no pre-taunting tank, and if you have a Gritcron with Malgus, Enoch is out right off the gate, so good win. Next up guys, we're going against Jar Jar with 3 Omicrons, and this is the match that cost me against Xerath, but it was with the previous set Datacron. This one is a support one, so we don't have to deal with as many stacks of, or just the crazy shenanigans with that Datacron set. It was crazy, but they're running a support cron with the Gungans. They have the buffs on a basic, which is great, and obviously the support one's the strong one. 3 Omicrons on Jar Jar. I'm running JML with 3 Jedi attackers and Jolie. I have a buff on a basic. I have the wordy attacker 6, special damage, health, physical damage, and some protection. For here, I just got to get the shield generator down, and then use Cal to just get Jar Jar out as soon as I can. So for here, we don't have any frustrations, so we should be taking a lot of turns. Gotta be a little cautious. We're gonna do that. We're going to do a cleanse. Didn't go down. There we go. Be a little careful here. I know this is not... Oh, that's nice. This is the banner part that you gotta be real careful about. I mean, it's working, but the banner's kind of... Now, I don't know. Can you gain health? You know what? Don't have to worry about it. Let's just do this. Install this out a little bit. Cleanse. Unfortunately, maybe I should have gone in from Yoda. This is not going to be a super high banner win, guys. It'll be maybe a 60 or 61. Yeah, guys, 60 banners. It's a win against Jar Jar, so that's a plus. But in terms of the banner efficiency, maybe bringing in Hermit Yoda instead of Jolie will give you a little bit more of a higher banner count with the protection recovery. So that is the front wall. Let's see if there's any craziness in the back. Alright guys, Backwall has been revealed, and no GLs, guys. No GLs. We do have a Kelleran Beq team with Qui-Gon not in the lead, so that's pretty interesting. We got GG with Stap, Omicron, and then we have a Dash team with Nest. So that's the first time I've seen Nest with Dash this, and ever since the set came out, so that's pretty interesting. Got to see what we're going to do there. We do have a lot left, so we get to bring in some really strong counters for these teams. So let's try to get those high banners and see if we can pull out the win. Alright, so we're going to try this out again. It's been a while, and I've done it in Squad Arena, but I don't think I've done it in Grand Arena yet, so I feel comfortable with using it against this team, but they have a 3 Omicron Queen. They have the newer set. It's a Jedi Stun one. They got the light side protection and health recovery on a buff, and then the Qui-Gon level 9. Some defense. They do have 93% defense. Gotta be a little cautious to that. 31% health steal, 62% resistance pen, and then quite a bit of tenacity. So we have the Droid Nuke team. I'm running Shorty. I have the Dispel level 3. Doesn't do much for me. The support 6, which is everything. I even have the level 9, but that doesn't mean anything. The big thing is the physical damage, the crit damage, I want Dark Trooper to just get rid of him. So let's hope this works. Let's hope that defense doesn't cause any issues for us. So let's do it. Here. And this will be the moment of truth. I don't know if this defense up is going to cause issues, guys. Let's see. Okay, that's better than nothing. I think we can be okay here. I mean, I hope. You just never know, I guess, with this queen. I'm gonna save that. Maybe a big hit? Not quite. I like how she's taking banners. Maybe we get some protection recovery here? Alright guys, 62 banners, it worked, but we didn't one-shot Queen, which caused us to lose some banners. I don't know if I should have stalled that, I just wanted to get the win, but maybe that could have been a 65 banner win, guys, but this still works, guys. Very, very important. Very cool. So this is probably like my least favorite matchup because it's just so inconsistent, but I'm hoping that with my support cron, it'll make a difference because of that buff immunity. I always seem to have trouble landing buff immunity on Chrysanthemum because of the tenacity check, but the cron they're running is a support level 6. They have a tank revive on the 3. Health, protection, defense, crit damage, and special damage is really good for Bausch, so gotta be cautious of that. What I'm doing is I'm bringing in Piet, Thrawn for the 2 supports. I have Royal Guard as a tank and then Maul for that, damage and cooldown increase. We're starting with a protection up level 3 for survivability. I have the Wordy support 6 for that buff immunity, crit damage, health, protection, and some defense. Even if Maul goes down, I want Lord Vader to ramp, and hopefully that we can out-ramp that defense stacking on Chrysanthemum. So let's dive into it. Hopefully we get this win. We did not land it. This is typically how it goes for us. It's a pretty fast Chrysanthemum. So I like to do this. I'm going to do 1, 2, remove the buff. I think I'm gonna pass the turn to Maul first before I fracture. We can just get rid of her. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go all in. Very, very good, guys. We don't have to worry about the taunt because he has buff immunity. Let's get some basics going. Pop ult. Now for this is looking pretty good for us. Unless Chrysanthemum gets some crazy defense stacking, we're in pretty good shape. Now we're gonna fracture. Get rid of him. And a basic. Limbo is almost down. The dot, I want to get cleansed. Alright, good thing we did that. So now, we do have a level 3 revive, and he has a revive in his kit. But if we can kill him while in ult, we're not reviving him. We're not in ult yet, but we are gaining some stacks. Our damage is getting a little bit bigger. What's that ultimate? think banners are going to be important. I'm going to do this, pop ult, and he should not revive. I'm not going to do the first special yet because I want to save that for a heal. Our 4 stacks. I'm going to save it, I think. Very good. Now, do we get rid of him here? Not quite. Are we going to get Maul back to full? He'll steal. Maybe next turn. Right here, full. Alright guys, perfect. 65 banners. That support cron saves you in a pinch when you can't get that buff immunity. One of the coolest things about that cron is the buff immunity landing. It saved us in this counter. We were able to maneuver around it. We passed turns to Maul. We can go all in on Leia, so really happy with how that turned out. Lord Vader, guys, that is going to be the team we go against next. And this is a very, very weird Lord Vader lineup, but I kind of see what they're trying to do here. There's no Maul, but they have 2 tanks, and they have the Wardy Tank 6. They have the protection over time for Lord Vader, which makes him really strong. High physical damage, great for Lord Vader. High health, defense, a little bit of special damage and crit damage. I'm going with Bo-Katan Mandalore, and I think we're going to be fine. I'm running a healer cron because I think it works really well with IG. And I have the buffs on a basic, high crit damage, which doesn't really apply here because if they're below a certain threshold, you can't crit them. But it could be helpful maybe the first shot. We got high health and some protection. I want to try to finish this with high banners. Hopefully we can finish with Bo's Mass Swarm so that when OG Bo we get the banners back. We go all in on Thrawn. Perfect. Let's do it. I think I'm going to use the birds on Royal Guard. I should have done an armor shred there on Lord Vader. Very nice. For here, we got to be a little bit careful on the banners, guys. Let's do this here.
Yes.
We still have Bam that can do a cleanse, just in case IG gets too low.
No.
A little scary there, actually. I know that my basic removes buffs, but I just want to get some armor shred going. Let's get a cleanse.
Yes.
We will eventually get these banners back. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save it. Let's see if we can get some banners back here. A little too much damage. Turn order. And we're gonna do it here, and let's see if we can
No.
And guys, that is how you do it. You gotta play these battles smart. You gotta think of what do I need to do to ensure the high banner win. And we played it perfect, guys. We waited for that mass form at the end. We got all our protection and health back, and it's a full banner win, so really happy with that one as well. So this is probably the scariest team that's left on defense, and I know you guys are thinking this is probably overkill, but to your surprise, I lost with this team in 3v3. I lost with JMK against Saw because the spawn one-shot my Kenobi, so we're not playing around. We're bringing in Plo, and we're bringing in a pretty good cron, but they have a Omicron on Saw and 3 Omicrons on Luthen, 2 tanks, and then they have Kyle Katarn. They have a tank revive. They have the Wordy Rogue 1-6, and then they have the obvious Luthen level 9. Lots of potency, health steal, tenacity, and some defense. Very strong cron. I'm running the Plocron with the tank revive. I got the Jedi stun on a special, and obviously the Wardy level 6. High armor pen, high crit damage, and some defense. This is a really good cron I have for Plo. I have 3 of them. This is probably my best one. And if we are in any danger of losing the tank, he's going to come back. So I think what I'm going to do differently this time is as soon as my ult is available, I am hitting it. Oh, I forgot. Oh, alright. That's pretty cool, actually. Guys, I just think we do too much damage. You're not even have to worry about the ult. Look at that. Oh, really well. And guys, it's crazy. This is nice. I don't know if he can go down, actually. Let's just do this. Because I don't think we're in any danger. Maybe I forgot his kid. I forgot how he's supposed to go down. But he just keeps reviving. We gotta look back into that. 65 guys. Yep, that's probably an overkill in 5v5, but that was the toughest team we had left. We still have General Grievous with the Omi Stap, so that's going to be a tough team, but we still have to deal with some decent stuff, but I'm happy I used Kenobi there. Moving on, we're going to do Kelleran Beq, and it's kind of like a hybrid. They are not utilizing the Qui-Gon Omicron on the lead, so I know it's nullified by GLs, but I see what they're going for here. But we have an ETH Cough level 9, got the Turn Meter on a special, the Stun on a 6, which is really strong, high defense, lots of tenacity, some crit damage, some crit avoidance. I am running the Anti-Jedi Squad, which is Inquisitors with Reva lead. I'm running a Tank Cron with the Tank Revive, huge defense, high physical damage, high health, and some protection. My concern here is the AoE Banner Stealer in Anakin, so I might target him first, but I also want to look at the turn meter, so we're going to go ahead, start the battle, and take a look how this will... I know they have foresight, but I do not want him to take banners. This is a breeze. Gotta get that protection banner back on Reva. Way too easy. Alright guys, Inquisitors work really well against Kelleran Beq. Looks like our bonus turn from the Purge overtakes that turn meter gain from the Foresight, so in case you guys were wondering, Inquisitors work really well against that team. Alright guys, we have a lot left in the tank. We have a surprising, crazy amount left, so we're going to be bringing in Sith Eternal with Bane against the Grievous squad. And they do have an Omicron, so it does make me a little nervous. That's why I'm bringing in a very strong team. They have the Tank Revive, which is going to be great for Magnagard. Going to give Grievous another bonus turn. They have the Wardy 6 with Attacker 6, which they have 4 attackers, so that's pretty annoying as well. Special damage, health, protection, and physical damage, but I'm running these two guys, the 2 strong Sith, and I'm running a newer set, and I have the buffs on a special, but the big thing here is this is my highest defense cron of the season that I have so far, and I have a little armor pen, so it gives me a little bit of extra survivability just in case they take so many turns, but I don't see a world where this possibly loses. Hopefully it's a full banner win. That is the goal. You know what? Let's just get rid of it. Even with all that defense, guys, you see that? They're gaining defense pen. Let's go all in on nothing less than a... It's a lot of turns. Let's get some protection back. Rapid fire over here. How do I stall this? Just attack once. And that should be the full banners. 68, very good. Did you guys see Droid going ding, 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 ding 6 times in a row? Telling you, that's another very scary team with the Omicron. Like, can't take that team lightly. Guys, last team we are facing, it's Dash with a Nest Kron, and they're working with a Cleanse level 3. The attacker 6 with only 1 attacker, guys, just Nest. And then obviously the Nest level 9, which is the good one. High physical damage, high defense, high special damage. Very good Kron. But we're going with 501st first with Skywalker, and I have the... Hopefully this level 3 is not needed. I don't want any of them to go down. But we have the stun on a special. And the big thing is the defense. Huge crit damage, armor pen, and some potency so I can really apply those debuffs. And I know that I typically don't like using gas on offense because it's not high banner recovery. But I'm hoping that on this opening play I can get a lot of crits and I can increase their cooldown so they don't do any crazy AoE. So I'm going to check the turn order. And hopefully we're going to do this. Very good. Now the problem is the banners here with Nest. We don't have to worry about revives, which is nice. It's all about increasing cooldown so they don't do anything with the AoE. So, I don't want Nest AoE. The stun was great. The good thing is we can keep Nest absolutely up. Yeah, I forgot they have the cleanse. Cautious there. Let's do it again. Get another stun. What? Ah, that's the annoying part. Oh, the banners. See if I can get anything back, maybe. Probably not. Let's end it. It's gonna be at 62. Yeah, 62 guys, so... I think we did pretty good with the character battles. I still have a huge amount on offense. Like, characters that I could have used, so... Maybe this is just the way Kyber 1 is now, where you can't utilize your whole roster, or maybe I should have set a little bit of a stronger defense. I mean, I set some crazy strong teams, guys, so... Maybe Kyber 1 is just you can't use all these teams anymore, but... Pretty good character battles, guys. Let's finish off really strong with ships. Alright, so we're going to start out ships with Raddus. I don't feel super comfortable with the efficiency yet. My opponent hasn't attacked, but I need to get these battles over with before my flight. I'm going back home tomorrow, and I'm leaving for Italy on Friday, spoiler, but we got to get our attacks in early. So we're going to do an Underman here and try to catch up on some of those banners. And hopefully it pays off in the end. Perfect start. Really well, guys. And we should end it right here. Yep, 77 banners, guys. That is the perfect way to get ahead, is to do those undermanned ships. So this is where we're going to try to take advantage and get ahead in banners. Alright guys, next up we are going against Finalizer. And it's been a while since I faced Finalizer on defense, but we're going to just be doing a Leviathan Underman here. Just going to do the starting 3. And hopefully we can come out with a 75 or plus banner win. Careful. They're all under stealth. I actually don't like that too much, actually. Hopefully we can get some... guys, that is... I do not like that. Pretty annoying. Pretty crazy they took that out. Gotta be a little careful. I'm a little scared. The command shuttle is annoying with the ability blocks, guys. You know what? Let's try to keep fear. What is happening? You just fear. Wow. Okay. This was a little bit... I didn't like this at all. I'm not sure if we can stall this out in any way. We're gonna finish with one ship, guys. That's crazy. This did not go the way I thought it would have. Be a 70 something? Ugh. Guys, never did I think that a Underman against Finalizer would go that bad, but the command shuttle kept cleansing our bomber and they got to our fighter. That was annoying, but alright guys, it's a 70 banner win. Not ideal, but let's try to finish strong with the last fleet. Alright guys, last fleet, we're gonna go against Malevolence, and I'm doing a Negotiator match, and with the 5's ship starting, it's typically a easier win. I'm bringing in 1 reinforcement for those banners just in case I need it, but we gotta try to get some of that efficiency back, especially with the last fleet. I can't believe Leviathan struggled there. This is fine. A lot of turn meter. Alright, we gotta get a cleanse card. Alright guys, 72. I thought Plo would have come out before 5's got blown up, so it's still 72 banners are still decent. It's not ideal. Other than that, we did pretty decent for our first round. It's all up to our opponent now to see how they do. They have a pretty tough defense to get through, So my plan is to, when I get back home, we're gonna go over that review, and hopefully we got the win, guys. So stay tuned. All right, guys, it's the next day, and we're here for the review, and I'm back home for a little bit. I will be back on the road again tomorrow. I'm going to be going to Italy, so I will be bringing my streaming equipment there and getting some more battles for you guys. But anyway, we pulled out the win. Super happy about that. It's the first time in a while where I won the first round of the new season. Usually lose the first round, so it was cool to get a win. But going over my defensive performance, my opponent got stuck on my queen, guys. 8 battles with the Shock T and Echo lineup with a support cron. So I do think the support cron is the superior in terms of power compared to the newer set. So we got one shots over here. Then looking at the top, guys, what I did was we put Jabba up there, and we got looks like 3 holes with Jabba. I did a support cron, and I threw in Bane. I forgot that I throw him in there because he's a support, and I can ramp up those stats and get the buff immunity with him. Everything else was a one-shot. My opponent did one-shot my ships, so they did pretty good there. But overall, guys, very happy with this performance. We scored really high. There were definitely opportunities for us to get higher banners. I know we got 62 against Rey, and then we got low banners against Jar Jar. So I need to do a better job at getting a higher banner efficiency win against Jar Jar. That might involve bringing in Hermit Yoda and stalling the battle as much as I can to get those protection banners back. This Kylo counter is going to work great, guys. Really, really happy with that one. Overall, I'm very happy with this performance. We did pretty good, very clean. Hopefully with some of the next rounds, you could try some other counters if I set a little bit of a stronger defense, and test out things like Pow, Mon Mothma, and see if that can beat Rey. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the first round of this new season. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and as always, subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of Beq. And I will see you guys in the next round of Grand Arena. Good luck, and may the Force be with you all.